There we go. Hi, hello. No, don't worry. I realized it immediately. I had to do an update, and as per usual, it decided that I no longer get my audio device. It's okay. To be chud is to be free. Hi, everyone. Hello. How are you guys doing? I am like mega tired. I had like a restless night's sleep. So, or sleep, whatever it is. So we're gonna go ahead and do OS2 after. I don't know how far we'll make it. Cause like, we have a lot. We have a lot to cover if I'm gonna be honest. And we're like only here. I wish. It wasn't even Sindog. Sindog was good. I just woke up every hour and I was like, huh, is it time to get up? And then I look at it and I'm like, oh, I just slept for 1 hour. And then like, I look at my phone and like an hour later and be like, is it time to get up now? Oh, it's been 2 hours. If we can, hopefully make it to S4. I'm not gonna push myself because if I'm not feeling well, I don't think I'm gonna vibe with it. But maybe that's also good because like, Silverash out here trying to make me a man kisser. So maybe I shouldn't enjoy his event. I know what he's trying to do. I'm on to him. I'm on to him. But anyway, let's get started. Pat, 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 pat. When the winter nights were long and there was no food to be found, she walked into the forest to look for seeds. No, not this one either. The word catastrophe doesn't even exist in the old, Yaragi language. Is it possible we truly have never been struck by catastrophe before? Or maybe the ancient people couldn't tell catastrophe from normal disasters and mix their records with others. The snow melt, flooded field and pasture. The crops fell to an untimely winter tide. No, none of these sound like catastrophe. I remember there's another story that she used to tell. When the cold winter night froze the heart of Karlan, the enemy from afar came across the ice. The warrior stood vigil with the weapon in hand. At dusk, he saw a terrifying abomination in the mirror, like ice. Radsorn. The warrior ran back to his clan to warn the others, but no one but the warrior could see the creature. Nobody believed his words, and so the warrior began to live in fear. Elder Atso, when did you... I came after morning prayers. I did not wish to disturb you, so I remained quiet. But I could not resist the urge to speak when you finally recited a familiar section of the scriptures. I apologize for disturbing you. He's always here to haunt your dreams. He's the reason why I didn't sleep well last night. He's taking all my energy. He's just absorbing it as he slowly becomes more and more real. It's alright. I just thought you were still handling matters of court. The light is dim. From Enya's vantage point, seated on the high ladder, the great elder's robe seemed to blend with the colors of the floor. She cannot see his expression. You must be very busy after taking over as a great elder. Is everything going well? You think too highly of old men like me, great saintess. I have spent most of my life here in the Hall of Writing. I hardly ever step out of the Vinebead Court, not to mention dealing with the court matter. My only claim to this position is my age, and apart from that, I can only do my best. You're too modest. I haven't had the chance to speak to you, but I understand that you're a man of great learning. You flatter me. The more I study tomes, the more conscious I am of my own ignorance. We all are, compared to her. Okay, but is she gonna appear here? But I heard that you've been studying the scriptures for 2 days and nights without rest, so I came to see if I could share the burden. It's good timing. I also have some questions that I'd like to discuss with you. She closes the scroll and climbs down. The old wooden ladder creaks as it faithfully connects knowledge to high places in the silent ground. She's so cute. Enya walks out amongst the bookshelves that scrolls in her arms, sitting down by the spacious table that is already covered in open scrolls. This is what I've compiled over the past 2 days. Searched for any and all records of unusual disasters in Yerag, but I have yet to find any evidence of a catastrophe ever occurring in our borders. And I still haven't been able to find an explanation as to why the catastrophe chose this moment to strike, when there's been nothing particularly unusual about this year's winter. The girl looks up from the scrolls to the Great Elder. However, the old man seems uninterested in the scriptures lying before him. He bows his head, squinting the sagged eyelids that lie below his white hair. You do not seem to approve of the studies I have pursued. No, I dare not to be so impotent. You are seeking the truth of the catastrophe, the massive thing that has descended before us, the fear incarnate. Like digging a path through a mountain, or building a bridge over a river, your actions are undoubtedly logical. But to search the entirety of Yerag's history, every little tribulation within the fragments, it is an ordeal akin to searching for a grain of salt in the snow by candlelight. I'm not afraid of ordeals. I must find an explanation for this catastrophe. I must. I understand. You worry for Yerag, and take pity for those affected by the disaster. And I feel like there's some anxious emotion driving you. But perhaps anxiety has made you short-sighted. I've never asked you in private, Great Elder Also. King, welcome in! What do you think of this catastrophe that struck Yerag? I must admit that my knowledge is shallow, unable to explain the reason behind this catastrophe. But I agree with you what you said a few days ago. Yergagandr never promised her people would be safe from the threat of catastrophe. Indeed, Yergagandr never made promises to her people. On the contrary, the scriptures often emphasize that we should not validate our existence through miracles. We believe in her because we believe she is good, that she embodies all that is good. We follow her way such that we can be better ourselves. I agree with you. What, you don't vibe with this? You don't vibe with, like, medieval cleric and, like, kimono Mimi girl? You don't vibe with these two? Honestly, this is just a typical retail job. You have, like, the super old man who's there just because he does not want to retire. And you have, like, the young 20, maybe, like, late teens girl. And somehow they're, like, vibing with each other. That's how it goes. That's, like, a typical retail job. How's the story going? I thought it was just gonna be a political drama, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually vibing with it. And I'm curious where it's going. You don't vibe with him? I do. He reminds me of an old coal worker who was pretty cool. Oh no, the ants are back. I'm gonna have to battle them later. But I fear the public will not respond well to such interpretation. Indeed, another reason and insight are a pair of golden shoes that will take you far, but only if your feet can fit them. The day may come when your path of truth is validated, but it is not today. Then what do we do? What do we do? That is the question I do not have the answer for. But you were reciting the story of Radsorn. Let us continue. The book on the table records a conflict that occurred over water sources. Did I ask something? No, I just said that, like, I vibe with him because, like, he reminds me of an old coworker. It is an old story, a common refrain in many civilizations. The Great Elders reaches out and pulls another book from under it. Dust intertwines with the scent of charcoal from the fireplace, like a piece of amber hovering in the air. The warriors search far and wide for a way to fight the monsters. But even the Yergandr could not help the warrior kill the monster that could not be seen. And so she led the warrior back to the frozen lake, and she spoke to him, saying, The others cannot fight the monster, for they do not see it. Only you may find the way to defeat it. He's not a dwarf, man! Also, I do find it funny that he has, like, little ears. Like, little, would it be lynx ears? And I just realized that because I just keep looking at his face, and now it's just cracking me up. Nathan, hello! The warrior was enlightened, and the heart of Carlon began to melt, and the winter was driven out by spring. Yedigander granted her people a final blessing. Her tears froze the enemy, becoming 3 eternally frozen peaks. He's one of the Therians? Oh no! The first story of the Book of Home in Yedigander. It's been subject to various interpretations by scholars for generations. The heart of Carlan likely refers to Lake Silberhans, and some believe that this warrior, who heeded the words of Yedigander, was the very archetype of the Saintresses. Opinions differ on the enemy that came across the ice. As for the monster that could not be seen, Radsorn, a word that has long lost its true meaning, one of Yediga's most famous bedtime stories. Parents tell the story of children who refuse to go to sleep before tucking them back in. The name is so widespread that most people have forgotten that Radsorn was not an incantation or meaninglessly babble, but a word with a clear specific meaning. Many words lose their meaning over time. At one point, Radsorn was believed to be a loan word that came from Yedag 1,000 years ago, of the same origin as the word catastrophe. If I recall correctly, your work in the Hall of Writings involves decoding and translated and imported words that have lost their original meanings. Research that has, fortunately, borne fruit. The word Radsorn has 2 parts. The short stop syllable rad, and the stiff sibilant syllable sorn. The fireplace flickers as the Great Elder draws a line across the page with his finger, leaving a crease of shadow that fades away in a second. Jesus with cat ears, look! Oh no! It just gets worse. This poor man, like, the artist did so well. And here we are just roasting the man. You know what? Socrates would be a furry. Yeah, Socrates would absolutely be a furry. This is just Socrates' persona. We're just gonna go with that. Behold, a furry man! Oh no, it's so over. Did I read that part actually? Yes. Cut it in half with a mysterious abomination, the likes of which has never been seen before. The word Soren is hard to understand. It trines roughly to something terrifying or unknown monster. It comes from Old Ursine dialects spoken in Yedag, where are still used by some of the older generation. It served as an anchor for exploration. Rad comes from Victorian, sharing etymology with the word radlith, which means blind or short-sighted. Which one was the one who also was a wrestler? 5 centuries ago, a famous playwright by the country Hillcock penned a word in his play, The Rose of Shah. Radlith usually means unseeable, a place of darkness. Which one was the one who used to be the wrestler? Because one of them used to do it. Your tune OST was too loud. Yes, so you've seen the manuscript and the comments on it. Unfortunately, I was young at the time when I left those comments, and my knowledge deficient. I've pored over many pages in years that followed, which grant me the sufficient knowledge to discover and address my errors of the past. We might have to, like, look that up after this. The room is silent except for the sound of pen writing on paper, soft as the sound of a tiny bug crawling across the page. The word reads Radsorn. The two etymology different roots separated from each other, with the circler around Rad. It is, indeed, a place that's unseeable, a place of darkness that one cannot discover on one own. It means the heart. The meaning of Radsorn is the terrifying thing in the heart of man. That's actually pretty cool. Exactly. The warrior saw his inner demons upon the lake. Others could not see it, because no one else could know his own fears. And yet again, there was powerless as well, because the only thing that can defeat one's inner demons is oneself. What is truly terrifying is not the disaster that we could see or feel, but the monster in our hearts. Plato! Yes, thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Yeah, he was like mogging in people both intellectually and like physically. That man, he was something. I appreciate it. Play-Doh? Plato. Toe. Hercules on brain roids? You're right. Oh my god, you are right. What is truly terrifying is not the disaster that we can see or feel, but the monster in our hearts. You are wise, Saintess. The sages realized this 1,000 years ago. Now, this catastrophe has struck Yerag. It is also a Radsorn, which only Yerag can see. Crazy. That entire sentence. I'm glad it has come to fruition. Thank you. But now, there's no Yergagander to lead the lost warrior. Why do you say so? Yergagander could not help the people fight their inner demons, for she is absolutely good without the flaws of man. The darkness that clouds the people's hearts does not exist in her. Okay, so if that's the case, so many people that follow these teachings are wrong because they're like, well, she's doing this out of spite or like to punish us, blah, blah, blah. Why would she punish you if she has no darkness? He was like a trickster. So she chose a saintess from among the mortals and bestow upon her the power to fight Radsorn. Only she is always a Yerga on their side. The snow washes her eyes, her piety judged by ice. She hears the guidance of Yergander and cherishes the love of the people. Only she can dig open ice and soil, and make a path for the people of Yerag out of the heart maze, such that Yergander will return to us. That is what the people of Yerag have believed for centuries. Only the saintess may atone on their behalf of the children of Yergander. The great elder places his hands on his knees and bows his head in an imploring gesture. The saintess of the vine court bead sits on the other side of the candle. The flame flickers, and the wick grows long. You are proposing a pilgrimage. Is she gonna go ahead and visit her? Also, I just realized something that's bothering me, and it's dumb. Give me a second. I just need to... We need to move this a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good now. It's time for the noon prayers. I'm afraid I must take my leave, Saintess. She is! And she won't come home! Her brother is just going insane. I can't remember the name, but it's all the Silverash like clan is drawn by the same person. Well, at least the siblings. I can't remember the name at the moment, though. One moment, Elder Adso. Saintess. Something you said caught my attention. You said Yergander has never made any promises to her people, and that she does not rely on miracles to demonstrate her existence to her believers. Dude, all their fluffy tails. I need a, like, updated Cliffheart skin, so, like, showing her fit. Her new version, because everyone else has one. And I'm so proud of how much the artist has, like, advanced. But please, please, I want to see more Cliffheart. Do you believe that Yergagunder doesn't exist? That serious look, man! No. Of course Yergagunder exists. Look at our bodies, our faces, and hear our own language. Every tree and grass, rock and brick in Yergag is proof of Yergagunder's existence. Of course, some hope for a divine spectacle from our god to affirm their own faith. But if a god truly stood before us, answering our every call, what need would remain for the faith? This is the first thing that every believer should know. For you to bring this up now, Oh, man! Hi, Ren! Arson, I need you to do me a favor. Let Effie know his girl has appeared. Never mind. I misspoke. The old man silently bows and leaves. He disappeared through the door, like a speck of dust brushed off a page. It's his girl. Trust me, it's his girl. The duality of all three of them. Oh, man. I see you bidding me here. The two of you summoned me to discuss disaster relief. What the hell is this, Inosius? You didn't have to do the number. Is that Futaba from Persona 5? Honestly, close enough. I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Ren? Arctos tosses a package bearing the Victorian crest on the table. A supply package containing a day's ready-to-eat rations as well as emergency medicine. Don't play the fool! I'm asking why there's so many Victorians in Yerag at a time like this. The reporters are babbling all over the place. Soldiers dressed and workers grobbed everywhere. I saw more Victorians than Bird and Beast on my way here. Don't tell me you don't know about this. I'm well aware that Carlin Trade has been handling this stuff out. The Vinebead Court never enacted a ban on Victorians entering Yerag. Besides, Victoria's help has been substantial in our present situation. What would it do Yerag's international reputation if we rejected a country's assistant for no reason at a time like this? Let alone expelling our visitors. Well, I hope you do better, Ren. It happened. It'd be like that. Somebody bloody help. Do you think we can't overcome this catastrophe on our own without these hypocrites pretending to be our good neighbors? The teacup on the table ripples, sending part of its contents splashing onto the wooden surface. It faintly reflects the head of 3 clans, like 3 mountains of different heights. Besides, what kind of help can the Victorians bring? Oh, I remember. That man Harold helped, didn't he? Drinking with our people, chatting them up good, going into their pens, treating the beasts and delivering you fowls. He made the burden beats fat and plump. People say he's Victorian, but he's not a bad guy. And what happened? What did he do in Lake Silverheads? Here I thought you were supposed to be the smart one, Enciotis. And you couldn't even learn that lesson? I'm telling you, no matter what Silverashes and Browntails think, not one Victorian will set foot on Pelarocha land from this day forth. I don't care about your political goals or international reputation. I won't let the Victorians have their way in Yeda soil. Honestly, fair. I get it, man, fair. We see what Victoria's that, like, Calm down, Arctus. Are we gonna fight amongst ourselves because we've dealt with the foreigners? Then, what do you think, Rajatos? The fireplace continues to crackle. Rajatos' voice is calm, and the dark rings around her eyes showing the toll the past few days have taken on her. This time, I'm with Arctos. You've dealt with the Victorians the most. You know their ways, especially at a time like this. She looks like she gives off gamer girl musk. I can't say you're wrong, but did you have to word it like that? Wild. Those are earmuffs for her human ears. She needs to keep those warm. These will be warm on their own, but those can get a little, like, they get a little chilly. They have 4 years? Yeah, most of them have 4 years, which bothers me like crazy, but like most of them do have 4 years. Victoria does not show kindness to Yedek for no reason. The aid can turn into a poison pill at any time. All the chaos we've seen over the past few years, but part of it had nothing to do with foreigners. You of all people should understand the risk. I completely agree, Rajatos. But we must not forget that, while stagnation may be the least risky course of action at present, it's also the surest way to doom. Sending people at a time like this, Victoria's testing us. They're hoping that we will fall apart on our own. Got that Hearing Plus perk built in? I mean, technically they were built to look like the ancient race. So it could be like our tailbone, where it's just like an evolutional remnant. Hekatos, hello! You're designing your project? Ooh, I hope it goes well. Rafi, welcome in! Sending people at a time like this, Victoria's testing us. They're hoping we fall apart on our own. It's taken so long and so much for Yerag to finally see the result of reform. To close our doors again at the junction would be to lay waste at a time when we've done over the years. Yo, good luck, man. You're gonna need it. I'm trying to like look for someone who actually shows the ears, because some of them do. You're set on dealing with the Victorians. You have my word. Carlin Train has taken responsibility for establishing contact with other nations. We will handle Yerga's relationship with Victoria. How could you be so sure? As you said, Victoria has given up on exploiting us. Have they ever succeeded, though? Now look again. Like you're always in control. Always so sure of yourself. Yeraga's not changing. Not just changes that you brought about, but also change has brought about catastrophe and by progress. Nothing stays the same forever. That's true of your past successes too. If I had flaps of skin that got cold, I'd hide them with hair too. A few of them don't hide it, and that's what I'm waiting to show you. And it's true that the great power is lofty perch. By Yergagander. I hope you know what you're doing. In the distance, the evening prayer bells toll at the Vinebead court, echoing amongst the pillars. Sir Enciotis, the Saintess requires your presence at the call of lectures. The Saintess? It seems we'll have to continue this conversation another day. Even if we do not reach an accord, do not forget it was a decision of the Vinebead court to open Yerag for foreign dialogues. I'll be honest, man. That's an investment. Just make sure you vet the people correctly, and they meet both your expectations and your timeline. So look into it well. I chose instead to just make my own and like learn everything on my own, and that's how like here I am, and I'm pretty happy with my design. But just be prepared for that. To cross the line now is to define the Vide core and the Saintess herself. Don't try to keep your head down with some tough words. But remember this, my eye is open. I won't allow anyone to do anything that will harm this land. There is no length I won't go to protect Yerag. Do you remember, Sir Anciotes, that your decisions affect more than just your domain and your company? The whole nation will be affected. I hope Yerag will not pay for the price of your pride. No one can make Yerag pay, as long as our people remain united. I will say, I owe my blue mouth to Arknights. Excuse me. Your visitor is here, Saintess. Wait at the door. Do not allow anyone to enter without my permission. Yes, Saintess. Oh! This does make me sad, though, this entire divide. It's really nice artwork. I guess it could be a reference to that, absolutely. For what purpose you summoned me, Saintess? Nothing important. I just realized it's been some time since your presence last graced the Hall of Lectures. If I'm being charged with impity, then I have no defense. I will continue to hear your lectures each week, once the current crisis is past. I know you're a busy man, but I've rarely seen you so fatigued. I take the matters at hand have been troubling. No, I think it's supposed to be Yeragander. I'm sure you understand that people have been restless in the aftermath of the catastrophe. There's much to be done. But the Vinebead court will only grow busier. Take care. No, it wasn't Hoshi. It was Mostema and Asbestos who inspired it. Ooh, good luck. Anciotis gestures under his eyes with a finger. Enya sees it, but says nothing. The fire burns bright in the fireplace, its warmth reaching the eyebrows and noses of the Silverash siblings, warming their pale, light complexions. They are not looking at one another, but towards a solemn statue. What did you mean by this, man? What do you mean the dwarves from Willy Wonka? I saw Arctos today. He looked out of sorts when he greeted me. Even Rototos did not seem her normal self. I know what you mean with the Oompa Loompas. That was an inspiration to... I would like to remind you that with the horns, I am taller than you. With the horns, I am taller than you. And I will use them to skewer you. Won't be the first time the three of you have fought, but this situation like this, I haven't seen in a long time. What happened? Temporal matters that you need not worry yourself about. Then please tell me, what are the temporal matters that trouble Yerag? Is it the Victorians? I wonder why you chose that number, Ooh, yes. Be safe, Hekados. Thank you for stopping by. Yes and no. They immediately sent out a large relief effort to Yerag as soon as the news about the catastrophe got out. The Colombians also learned about the incident at the observation station and threatened to send troops to protect and evacuate their scientists. They are paying close attention to this catastrophe, each for their own reasons. So they understand Yerag better than we think. They know well what this catastrophe means to Yerag, The politicians smell chaos. See it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to extend their influence to Yerag. We know the Victorians have been doing far more within our borders for a long time. They simply stopped trying to hide it. I have a good guess as to who is behind Victoria's movements. Her plot is not hard to decipher. It is simply the instincts of a politician. If I was in her shoes, I'd agree it would be just another chess piece to move. You know, I don't like it when you get like that. I apologize. I spoke out of turn in this holy place. Why do you keep putting yourself in the plotter's seat, treating everything around you as chess pieces, bargaining chips? Do you enjoy games like this? This is our reality. One that's florid, words cannot conceal. If we want to be strong, independent, even sit at equals with great powers at the same table, then we must play by the same rules. Is this the most absurd part of it? Yerag is not the only country that preaches virtue and goodness. These politicians, too, play a part of the leaders and teachers in their own country. They are hypocritical and deceitful, but they teach their people to be honest and sincere. They are vicious and insatiable, but they teach their people to be gentle and kind. I ask then, Sir Anciotis, are the virtues that I preach to the people of Yerag as saintins, and the tenets of the scriptures, all lies and nonsense to you? Enya. The fire flickers as a charred piece of wood snaps into two. The name, buried for so many years, is once again uttered by Silverash. Sir Anciotis, would you have come to me today if I did not summon you with the authority of the Saintess? Yerag faces an unprecedented crisis. One wrong step, and we may never recover. We need unity more than ever, and the authority of Saintess is crucial at a time like this. I see you finally recognize the importance of faith to our people. I never denied it. Faith in Yerag is fundamental to us. We cannot even bring to talk about this land without it. Yes, more than one person has said so as much to me. Even when we view faith in the perspective of gain and loss, have we really paused to think of our history, free from the threat of catastrophe, was a mere coincidence? There is no point in discussing whether it was a miracle or not. What happened, happened. The only thing we can do now is to calm our people. On this, at least, we're in agreement. It's not an easy thing. Then, I shall begin my pilgrimage as Saintess. What? I set out early tomorrow morning. The news will be known across all of Yerag by dusk. Was this the Vine Beats court's decision? It was my decision. The pilgrimage takes place in spring or autumn. Has a pilgrimage ever taken place in the middle of winter? Has a catastrophe ever occurred in Yerag? We don't have time. You know how dangerous this is. Of course I do. But how else do we calm the people's fear of catastrophe? How do we make them believe that Yerag will forgive their transgressions? There will be no companion, no temporal possessions, no carriage, no rest. The Saintess shall circle the land of Yerag on foot, atoning for the sins of all the people, and praying for Yerag's forgiveness. Damn, Enya! Holy! It'll take 3 months, if all goes well. More than one Saintess has died on the journey. Then why do you... Brother. The young woman pauses for a moment, then continues like the snow melting into a river, flowing down the peaks of Matterhorn. They are surrounded by warmth, like those winter afternoon naps they took together when they were children. The distant shadow of the past return, trying to find the children who have grown up, find traces of the past on their faces. As the Enya of Clan Silverash, I never forgave the choice that you made. As the Saintess of Yerag, however, I'm glad that there's still something I can do. I know, it is not just the guidance of faith that Yerag needs. Indeed, misunderstandings about faith have hindered us for too long. The changes that you brought about, the factories, the railways, the trade, and the station that watches the sky are all things that lead our people out of the prison of the mind. Yet Arknights change. We must not stop. One of my students convinced the people of what is happening is not because they did anything wrong, that there is salvation from their suffering. There is only one salvation in the minds of the people, and only one capable of carrying the burden. I must fulfill my duty as Yerga's saintess. If anything happens to Enya, I'm gonna snap. Well, then again, she gets an altar. It's gonna be, it'll be fine. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. Like, she'll probably go through it if we're gonna be honest, but like, she should be safe. You summoned me to inform me of your decision. Of course. I'm not asking for your opinion. You cannot stop me, nor do you have any reason to. I leave the matters of the three clans back to themselves while I'm away from the Vinebead court. Please make the necessary preparations to avoid any trouble. And take care of Enya while I'm away. Don't leave her in fear. Enya isn't a child anymore. She won't be so easily frightened. More concerned about... It's getting late, Sir Nosius. You should go and make preparations. Is that an order to leave? If you've understood it, then you should act on it. As you bid. I take my leave. Man! Tira's bows revertly to sentence and exits, as he has done so many times before. Molly, wait for me! The ball hits the wall of the farmhouse and bounces back to the feet of the boy, who waves to the girl trying to catch up to him. Come on, you're always so slow. He kicks the ball several meters away. The girl grumbles and chases after it. The children are getting some rare free time. This foothill village with only a couple dozen of households. The children, whose parents are too busy to watch, are playing in the center of the village. As you know, the saintess has begun a pilgrimage for our people. The village is her final stop before she ascends the mountain. Remember what I told you. Change into clean clothes and do not disturb the saintess when you see her. Am I clear? Will the saintess really be able to summon Yergander back to us, Father? My wife is working in the city and I haven't heard from her since the disaster. People in nearby villages say Sir Nosius put a blockade around the scene and no one knows what's happening. Do not worry, Brar. This is exactly why the saint is embarking on her journey. Yergander will not abandon any of her children. But all of us here in this village have been already abandoned, haven't we? Welcome back! Now, the young folk have been willing to stay on the farm since the Carlon trade started their business. Let me tell you, if Brar didn't go lame when he was little... Hey, is this all you have to say when the father and I have been taking care of you since your son left for the city? And I haven't heard a peep from him since the disaster. I'll be damned if I got anything else to say. Alright, alright. Let's not argue in the saintess's presence. Bar, you should go check on old Carl. He said he wanted to catch a glimpse of the saintess, even if he had to crawl on all fours. Help me talk him out of... I see the saintess, Father! She'll be here soon! What? It's much sooner than I expected. Alright, let's go wait by the roadside, and brighten your faces! A few dozen villagers line the roadside, turning their face in the distance from whence the saintess is approaching. The cleric averts his eyes subconsciously, nervously rubbing his palms with his fingers. He was assigned to this village by the Vinebead court 20 years ago, and he has never seen the saintess outside of portraits. The footsteps approach. He focuses his entire attention on his facial muscles, hoping to leave a good impression on the saintess. Bam. Oh. Molly, you fool, look what you've done! What the? Blasted, I forgot about you two! Are you alright, Saintus? Oh no! Molly, come and apologize to Saintus. I'm sorry, Saintus. Oh! Oh! She's so fluffy! She's so cute. The sprite for her is so cute. I love her so much. It's alright. Just a ball. It didn't hurt at all. She's so fluffy. Pet, 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 pet. I still have to continue the ritual. Can you go home? Are your parents here? Saintus. Mom and Dad died a long time ago. My home is the temple. I'll go, home then, Father? Go. I'll have you copying scriptures if you cause any more trouble. I deeply apologize, Saintus. How many children like them are there in this village? I've taken in 9. Some were orphans, while others were entrusted me by their parents who went to the city to find work. But we haven't heard from them since the disaster. Saintus, do you know what's happening with this disaster? When can my wife come back? Brother! Brother! Okay, like, the child I understand because it's a kid being a kid. Literally was told, don't bother the Saintus. Leave her alone, let her do her shit. Immediately! Hey, when's my wife coming back home? You don't like political drama in Arknights? It feels like drags on with the story? I'm sorry to break it to you, but that is what Arknights is. Arknights, at the end of the day, is a political drama. What did I tell you, Bar? Why the fedora? Why not the fedora? Has Yergander really abandoned us? I know, right? Welcome in, Polina. I agree. I agree so much. She's so good. Has Yergander really abandoned us? Enough. Bitch, no! She would never do that. In these days of hardship, we must remember, believe, and trust that she is kind and just. I'll do my best so that your prayers and the prayers of all Yerag will be heard by her once again. Please, trust me, in Yergagander's name. By Yergander, she'll protect us and protect the Saintus. After a moment of silence, the villagers bow their heads together behind the cleric in a gesture of reverence. They have chosen to believe. The Saintus nods and departs again. The snowy peaks in the distance await. I don't know if we're making it to 4. Welcome in, Strat. You're not wrong. The game would absolutely be... Once again, I think back to that post of... Every god shows either Grand Blue of Azur Lane. If there's no political issues, it will be Azur Lane. We gotta keep it that way. No, not you too! God, there's more than one of... Oh, no. Madame Radados, I bring a message from my master regarding the meeting of the 3 clans a few days ago. The Pelarocha's stance towards the outsiders is firm. We can never be too careful regarding the faithless. We must be even more vigilant now, with the Saintans out on the pilgrimage and the state of affairs deferred to 3 clans. My master does not think ill of Sir Enciotes, but it is true that Clan Silverash has been too close to the Victorians. We do not know if he has other intentions. I get it, man. I understand. As much as I like Silverash, I understand everybody else's perspective. The master has chosen to communicate with you, as he sees you as a woman who has always upheld the Yerga traditions. He's happy to meet with you in person. If you have any thoughts you would like to share. Are you finished? Out of respect for Arktos, please bring this message back to him. I don't know if Arktos is harboring a grudge because the catastrophe occurred on Pelaroach soil, and I don't care. But at the last meeting, we reached the conclusion that none of us should make a move without direction from the Vinebead court. While the Saintess is absent, the best thing we can do for the nation is to take care of our own business and avoid causing more issues. This will be all. Oh God, no! Not him! Why? Why are you here? I see there's no avoiding these issues. I apologize, but this thing is no cause for concern. Let us return to the topic at hand. Long-term cooperation with the premium Victorian clothing brands and Clan Browntail. Okay. I know. I wish we could get Rattata so much. Can we just talk about how Clan Silverash is like, yes, we are going to bring technology, we're going to bring trade agreements, we're going to bring railroads, we have medicine, we have food, and then Rattatos is here, just going on about clothing brands. That's what we're going to get. Clothing. Oh, God. I don't know where he's supposed to be from. Man, like, came back from the Zulu Wars and, like, appropriated their culture, man. But yes, we'll keep on reading. No, wait. With all due respect, Madame Browntail, I'm afraid this is not an issue I can ignore. If the people of Yerg are so hostile to Victoria, how are we to believe that any cooperation can last? Our three clans may have our differences, but I am the sole representative of Clan Browntail. You may have my word on that. This conflict between the three clans, I suppose not that hard for a Victorian to understand. Not at all. It really shouldn't be, man. I have made great efforts to learn about Yerag during my time here. Culture is exotic and fascinating. No! Girl, abort! You do not want this man calling your culture exotic and fascinating. That is a giant red flag coming from the Victorian man. No, abort. Yeah, Clan Browntail's a real thing. There's the three clans. It's only a matter of time. While all of Yerag is united by Yergar's faith, the same tenets seem to have different influence on the three clans. The brave Pelaroaches, the clever Silverashes, and you Browntails. I must apologize that I find it hard to summarize your values in a single word. I suppose the way I would put it is that Clan Browntail is noble and trustworthy. You're just glazing them! My sympathies for the hard work you have to do. Knowledge is the foundation of cooperation. Her Grace the Duke values cooperation with Yerag highly, and she is looking for a reliable, proper representative of your land to work with. A representative of Yerag? Is Her Grace dissatisfied with the Carlon trade? Everyone wants her to be playable. I think it's going to be a while. Honestly, if she was going to be playable anytime soon, I think it would have been with this banner. I think we're probably going to have to wait a couple years, if ever. Mr. Silverash is a most astute businessman, but this is also his greatest flaw. He will not permit any other winner in this game. I'm sure you understand as his neighbor. A keen summary. Therein lies the problem. The three clans may equally be Garrigon's children in name, but in the eye of an onlooker like me, they are not. Even an outsider like me can tell your clan and the Pelaroaches have had virtually no effective role in response to catastrophe. The Silverash and Carlin train have not only monopolized Yerga's foreign commerce, but also her foreign affairs. Your nominal head of state, the Saintess, Mr. Silverash's sister, seems to have no objection to the present situation. Okay, man. He's bringing it in as if it's like nepotism. Nah. That's the one thing I'll disagree with you. Mind your words, sir. Do not presume to blaspheme the saint and piety with your prejudice. Yes, okay, thank you, girl. Thank you. One day. Oh, they have been in NPC jail for years. And she's gonna be behind bars for a few more. She has some more time on her sentence. Oh, I apologize. My frankness has offended you. Please understand that I'm speaking out of good faith, simply conveying what I observe as an outsider. Cut to the chase. What's your proposal? A simple one. Victoria is seeking friendly, equal, truly mutual beneficial cooperation. Effective long-term cooperation, not one that only benefits one side or limited by narrow-minded nationalism. Her Grace thinks highly of Clan Browntail, and of you personally. My present here is proof of that. The opinions of foreigners is of no importance to Clan Browntail. Your promise is very proof of the shifting nature of Victoria's position. You're wrong if you think Clan Browntail is simply another Clan Silverash, but easier to manipulate. No, of course not, Madame Radados. Enjoy your meal, Bash! Thank you for stopping by! The Empire Victoria does not seek separance or dependence. She seeks to do the right thing. Yeah, no she doesn't. The Empire Victoria has so much shit that it needs to fix at home that it should not even be here. What the? Yeah, where did that one come from? If the guy was playable, he'd have the same kid as Thermax. I hope he's never playable. I just imagine him on Rhodes Island and it pissed me off. He genuinely, like, his existence pisses me off. Clan Silverash is a window that is sometimes open, sometimes closed. Only those inside the room can truly know its contents. Tell me, Madame Browntail, you're not tired of the constant, meaningless tribal conflicts that haunt this land? Or perhaps you aspire to lead Yerag in a new era yourself. I don't remember, but I like... He gives me the same vibe that Conviction does. Oh god, I was drinking my tea when I read that comment. Abomination. Never want to hear him say that. That's a frozen account. You can no longer use that account. Could you imagine you're just binding your own business? And then he just said Arknights, and it's like, oh. Oh no, I hate that. I hate that. You don't know what Conviction is, but it sounds disappointed and ugly. It sounds like you know what Conviction is. Oh. You're not wrong. Oh. Honestly, I'd rather Thermax than this guy. Or perhaps you aspire to lead Yerag in a new era yourself. I think that'll do for today. Taylor, welcome in! I am being mentally abused by horrific scenarios. Honestly, you calling it an it is very valid. I'd show you what Conviction is, but I never want to see them. Thank you for your visit. I fully understand your proposal. I have a message for you to bring back to the Duke. Oh, absolutely. All the robots do. And then there's my boy Friston. Let's pump Wow, I see how it is. She does not yet have a sufficient understanding of Yerag, but I sincerely hope she will find it one day. Noted. Unfortunately, any commercial cooperation must remain on hold while political issues remain unsolved. But we have plenty of patience for the important partners such as yourself. We look forward to your answer. Dear Ansia, I hope this letter finds you well. By the time you're reading this, you'll have already learned of my decision. Don't worry, think of it as your sister going on a long trip. She'll be back before you know it. I'm sorry we'll have to put our plans for fondue in the Vine Bee Court's kitchen on hold, but I promise I'll be good as my word once I get back. Don't worry about Anciotis either. He has his plans, though he may be busy for a while. We'll count on you to take care of things at home, okay? There are a lot of things going on. Stay safe and be especially careful when going out. I hope I'll find you as cheerful as always when I return. I'll pray to Yeragander for both of you. Remember to keep your appointments at Rhode Island. Follow your doctor's orders, and wear protective gear when climbing the mountains. Pat. First things first, Nathan. Bold of you to assume girl. Second thing, yes. At least you official has, like, the decency to be girl failure. A letter from Enya. Yeah, it's always like this. Sent for Anciotis. It's all quiet enough at home to begin with, and ever since I came back from my trip, he's barely been around. Exactly, bold of you to assume girl. I said it for a reason. Not even a femboy. It's just there. Why she got climbing gear inside? It's Cliffheart. Do you put it past her to, like, snap that on the railing back here and then just try to climb up the wall? That's my girl! These are exceptional times. They're doing all they can to protect Yerag. All we can do is trust them and support them. I know. I just wanted to blow off some steam. No, it was Prem. She was wearing, like, this very fluffy coat, and she was more fluffy than usual. They still treat me as a kid, never telling me anything. I don't even know what I'm worrying for. I want to help them too. Lady Ansia, Master Chester. Is Sir Anciotis here? He's probably at the office. Why? A herald has arrived from the Vine Bee Court. They say they're meeting with the clan Pelaroche to discuss cooperation in the joint mining venture, and they want Sir Anciotis to submit the relevant documents early. I have the documents, but submit them early? Is this a temporary notice? The herald didn't explain. Very well, prepare the car, I'll go. Before he can finish, Ansia grabs the documents and runs out the door. Ansia! Girl, I love you, but, like, maybe you should let your uncle go with you. You kind of have no idea what's going on. I know you want to be part of this. I completely understand. But you should let him handle this. You can stay home, Uncle Chester. Let me handle it. Ansia, come back. Sir Anciotis said you were not to go outside without permission. Man, fuck that. Go. Go, girl. It's alright. Anciotis must have forgotten to bring these with him. I'll have a good laugh at him later. Come on, let's go. Oh dear. I should let Sir Anciotis know. Don't snitch on her. At least give her a 5-minute window. Let her have, like, a little bit of extra time to go and, like, have some fun. She should be. It's okay for her to climb a mountain, but God forbid she goes outside and talk to people. A brown car is driving on the mountain path to the Vinebead Court. Sitting in the back seat, Arxis rubs his neck. Why call me over so early in the morning? Is the mine thing so urgent? I hear Cerensodius often stays overnight at the company these days. An early morning meeting would fit his recent routine. It's not like there's much to discuss. I'm just waiting for Silverash documents to sign off. Give me the minutes from last time, Gulo. I'll take another look. Yes, sir. Sitting in the passenger seat, Gulo takes the documents from the glove box and is about to hand them to Arctos when the car is violently jolted. What was that? Falling rocks! They almost hit us! Falling rocks? Here? Nah, he's not a twink! That's a bear! Literally bear! He's even bear. The car is once again violently jolted before he could finish, as falling rumble slams against the trunk. Bro, Gulo is not a twink. You guys... Not every man with low body fat percentage is a twink. He looks like he has a fake beard. No, I know who you're talking about. Don't worry. Yeah, Yu is just a teenager. Mizuki, I would... Yeah, Mizuki is a twink. But, like, Yu is just a teenager. Nathan understands. He absolutely is closer to a himbo than a twink. No, that is not a twink. It's not safe inside. We need to get out, sir. The road ahead is blocked. Fan. Yeah. That man is not a twink. I think he has, like... The face looks a little twink-ish. I can see what you mean. But I think... Nah. He's closer to a bear. His arms are wider than his face. He's piloting a bear bodysuit! Wild. The three of them abandon the car and run to the mountainside, and the mountain of falling rubble is overwhelming. Look out! He just looks off. If I remember correctly, he's an older sprite. And, like, just looking at Silverash, where he came from and where he's at now... I think that's probably the reason. A rock falls towards Arctos. Gulo pushes him out of the way and is struck by the sharp edges of a rock on his forehead. His massive frame falls on the ground, bleeding. Arctos crosses towards Gulo and pulls him closer to the mountain, leaving a long trail of blood on the ground. The blood is soon covered by the falling rocks. Gulo! Gulo! Deacon Breaker! Also, what is this, like, audio? The tranquility of the mountain is broken by the roaring sound of engines as the morning mist disperses. Tranquility is not what Deacon Breaker seeks out. She pushes her bike to its limit. The scenery flies by swiftly, but she does not see what she's looking for. The sound of the bear bodysuit moving? Oh no. The tracks are still visible on the road. The target was here not long ago. What do you mean, target? There. Deacon Breaker jumps off the bike and rounds a corner. Two cars are burning on the road after a collision, sending rancid smoke skyward. Dagenberger pulls her weapon, creates a gust of wind that extinguishes the fire, revealing the familiar silhouette of the Silverash car. Cliffheart! The door is easily cut open, but there's no one inside. Dagenberger's worst fear have not come true. She hears the sound of rocks clashing from the direction of the cliff. Dagenberger looks down at the source of the sound and finds the one she's looking for, despite the dirt and soot on her face. Dagenberger! Hanging off the side of the cliff with a hook, Enya looks at Dagenberger, unsure how to hide her embarrassment. Yeah, she's fine. Thankfully, she's fine. I guess I screwed up. This is what I was talking about, Strat. This is fluffy. Look at her. She's so fluffy. Her kingdom promises not tomorrow, nor was it built for yesterday. Those who walk the present are closest to her. Her blessings are ever beneath the traveler's feet. They said 2 cars. Are we just gonna ignore the person she killed? So, I don't think that was her doing. Between Cliffheart getting in a car accident, as well as the entire situation with, I keep forgetting his name, Arktos or whatever his name is, in Gulo, I think they're being targeted by Victoria. Because if you technically get the Silverash clan and the Pelham-Roach clan out of the way, all that's left is Browntail. I think this is a Victorian strategy. Her blessings are beneath the traveler's feet. The snowflakes stick to her fur collar. The lone traveler pulls her hood tighter and walks up the mountain against the cold wind that blows through the forest. Enya pulls her cloak tighter around her, her steps slowed by falling branches mixed with snow. The clerics often say that Yetaganders test her people with wind and snow, but Enya knows that she would never torment her like this. Yar. The saintess sees the smoke of a campfire deep in the woods. Perhaps there is a place to rest. Enya walks towards it and finds the fire still burning, providing a rare source of warmth. She reaches out to it at once. The hides hanging around shows that it belongs to a hunter. Short shrubs surround a lone wooden house, but the owner's nowhere to be seen. Oh, is this where we're gonna see the new girl? Then, one of many shrubs rustles, the tip of the metal bolt protruding from it, pointing towards the campfire. Who's there? Enya turns around quickly, but not quick enough to avoid the bolt that strikes her right leg, soaking her thick clothing with blood. Enya! No! She raises her bell instinctively as she stumbles from the pain. The attacker has emerged from the bushes and is aiming his next bolt at the saintess's heart. Yeah, they're going after the clans. Whoosh. The attacker falls as the bell rings, his body quickly covered in snow. Slowly, the small lump turns red. It was not the holy bell that did this. Enya gets closer and sees a crossbow bolt in the attacker's neck. A rough hand, small but strong, grabs Enya's shoulders and pulls her to one side. Another bolt cuts through the air, taking down another attacker, but more of them continue to emerge from the forest. Hoshaf bandits. How dare you commit murder in my camp while I'm away? Ah! It is Angry Bear! Okay, sweet. We finally get to see her. I've been waiting to find out when we're gonna get to see her. A young huntress, carrying a heavy crossbow that seems too big for her, stands in front of Enya. She smells of herbs and cloud beast. Stop daydreaming! You're a Silverash. What are you doing here? Never mind. Stay close to me. She's super cute. The braids are adorable. I still love, like, the little tattoos and everything, too. I mean, I would be angry, too, if, like, somebody was just trying to kill someone in my camp. Okay, based on the time, I think we have enough for at least the after. And if we're lucky, we'll start OS4. Emphasis on if we're lucky. This is... She really does. My home. Last I saw, they were going the opposite way. It's safe here. I'll wrap it up. I'll wrap you up, and then you have to leave. Thank you. Don't talk and don't fidget, Silverash. Your wounds aren't that bad. There was some distance, and your thick clothes absorbed some of the impact. But the bolt has a hooked head. It'll hurt when I pull it out. I'll try to be steady. The young huntress snaps the arrow shaft and grabs the remaining part. She glances at the wounded woman, simply nods, showing no sign of fear. The hunter takes a deep breath and slowly pulls the arrow. Even she shivers at the sensation of the hook grating against flesh. She does her best to keep her hand steady till the arrowhead is completely pulled out. Phew, finally. Thank you very much. I'm not done yet. Hang in there a little longer. She takes out a packet of powdered medicine, lifts the edges of the Enya's dress, and rubs it skillfully on the wound before bandaging it up. You can yelp if it hurts. I won't laugh. I don't want to make you more nervous. It'll only hurt more if your hands are shaking. Huh? Oh! She has a pet cloud beast! Oh my god, she's mega tough and mega cute. I love her so much. Oh my god, I love her so much. That's super cute. A slender, snow-white cloud beast pokes its head from the huntress's hood, hanging onto her braids with its claws and poking its wet nose around Enya's fur collar. She uses it in gameplay? I haven't used her yet. That's actually really good to know. I think I might have to level her after I get Enya. Then it reaches out to sniff at the stranger's scent. Yeah, the Gatmo is peeking? Absolutely. Don't touch it. It doesn't like strangers. No, can we just admire how instantly she gets the puppy dog mouth with her? Before the hunters can finish, Enya's fingers have already reached the little cloud beast's chin. Simply touching its soft fur seems to bring a warmth to her heart, even in the bitter cold. Get back in, Rift Cloud Beast. You call it the Rift Cloud Beast? She's so cute. Come to think about it, I don't know your name yet, my hero. Joanna. I don't need to know your name, Silverash. Don't think for a moment that we're friends. Why? You've been good to me. And how have your people treated me? Forget it. Nothing to do with you anyway. By you people, do you mean Clan Silverash? Or Anciotes? Not just him! My dad says the Silverash have an obsession with blaspheming Yergagunder ever since, and so did his father was clan leader. He poured asphalt on Yergagunder's backbone and poisoned Yergagunder's tail. His greed led to its downfall. Anciotes has learned his lesson. He's done even more to wreck Yergagunder's peace. But his greatest sin was that hole he dug in Yergagunder's flesh. The disastrous proof that Silverash has angered Yergagunder. But Yergard can't stay in the snowy mountains forever. Haven't industry and trade brought us better lives? Would the kind Yergagunder punish us just because we're living better lives? Better lives? You Silverashes sit by the warm fireside, eating the best food and drinking the best wine. But who has to pay the price? Us! We do! Many beasts live at the foot of the mountain when I was little. For 1,000 years they lived off the land, drank from the rivers, and went back to the forest to find berries and leaves. But Carlin Trade's railroads divided the mountains and river, forcing the beasts to risk their lives crossing the railway. even blame them when your train runs them over. The beasts were forced to move higher, but there isn't enough room here for large packs. They have to fight each other for space and food, and their numbers dwindled. Not to mention all the cloud beasts are sensitive to noise. You have no idea how many died, and how I ended up taking in my rift cloud beasts. But the farmers by the mountains needed fertilizer and seeds that the trains bring, and 6 people on the mountains need medicine. Where's that bountiful game that Yetagander once gifted us then? The beasts grow fewer each year. Even the water from the spring is less sweet. My family needed a living hunting, made a living hunting in the mountains for generations. Follow the holy teachings of Yetagander, and we show our faith by sculpting statues in her image. Dad, myself, and my siblings always prayed to Yetagander. Always paid our respects. Why are we the ones that have to pay the price? Spooked by the sudden outburst, the rift cloud beast leaps down from a trembling Joanna and goes over to Enya. Enya bends down and lifts it up, placing it back on Joanna's shoulders. Don't move or your wounds will reopen. This is the first time I've heard about any of that. If you want to argue, go ahead, Silverash. No, I don't. I'm different from the others. I have to stay at home most of the time, and what I know about the land today comes from the accounts of others. She's not gonna say it! When is Joanna gonna find out that she's yelling at the priestess? Sometimes I go out and experience things for myself, but it's not enough. Yetagander will never abandon any children in Yetagog. I promise. You better promise yourself that you'll pull through whatever's going on. Who was with those bandits anyway? I know the hunters living on the mountain. I don't recognize any of those guys. I think they came for me. For you? Do you have enemies? Oh, she doesn't know. And when she does, it's gonna drive her insane. It's a long story. If that's the case, you better stay put tonight. They won't give up so easily. My dad's friend has a shop in town, and my siblings have been helping out these past few days. I'll go get some medicine from him and get help to fight the bandits. No, don't. Yeah, I think she was just assuming, like, they were trying to steal, and it didn't matter if she died or not. Not that, oh, they're trying to kill the priestess, because, in a way... And this is my assumption. The Victorians are doing a coup of some type. Why? Are you afraid to be on your own? I'm fast and strong. I can be back by tomorrow morning if I go down the mountain now. That's not what I'm worried about. Why? Silverash is such a bother. If you have something to say, just say it. I can't fight. I have no choice but to get help from town. That's the deal. Wait, I can tell you. Enya hurriedly gets up, tugging at the sleeve of the huntress who is about to leave, causing her own cloak to fall off. The Saintess. Oh no. Actually, I'm sorry. Please, your holiness, punish me for my insolence. No, I'm not going to punish you. Please, just sit down. Enya tries to stop the huntress, but she quickly takes a step back, putting more distance between herself and Enya. She turns to leave, but then seems to remember something, and spins back around and bows reverently to Enya before leaving the room. Enya probably actually liked that because I was like the first person to talk to her seriously in who knows how long. General Gulo. Could you knock the chariot door before barging in, Matterhorn boy? What are you doing here? I was accompanying Lady Encia for a checkup. She suffered a car accident this morning, but unfortunately she's unharmed. I was told you were here too, so I thought I should pay a visit. Are you alright? Just a scratch, but... Wait, you said something that happened to the young Silverash lady? Lady Encia was delivering something to Sir Insodius before she suffered a head-on collision with another vehicle on the way to the Vinebead Court. It was fortunate that Madame Dagonbreaker quickly arrived to the scene. You said she was going to the Vinebead Court too? Strange. My master received a summons from the Vinebead court this morning, saying there was a meeting, and it was on the way that we were struck by falling rocks. Did you hear anything from the Browntails? No, not yet at least. What's the matter with the Browntails? No wonder Sir Arktos has been fuming when he left. I haven't seen him so angry in a long time. But this... Ugh. Listen, brother, I need you to do me a favor. Can you ask Sir Ensodius to go to the Browntail Manor at once? Sir Arktos is even more hot-headed than I am. I'm afraid he might do something impetuous. No, I can't pronounce it! We're just gonna move on. Sir Ensodius is the only one who can stop him. They really are not. I'm telling you! Victoria's doing a coup! It's all over! They're planning to take everyone out that's in the way, and they think they can manipulate the Browntails. I see. I'll let him know immediately. Yeah, I know, it's over! I'm losing my ability to talk as we go on. I suggest you get your head checked at the hospital, Arktos. These symptoms of a mild concussion are easy to miss. Don't try to change the subject. Answer me! Why is it that only Clan Silverash and mine were attacked, while Browntail sits safe and sound in your home? What do you know? Everything that I know about what happened today came from you! Junk, welcome in! More excuses. Even the servants of Silverash knew how to show concern, and tell that Enya suffered too. But what about you? You look like you couldn't care less. Like it's nothing more than a piece of snow falling on the ground. Is this the Browntail stance? I apologize for my demeanor. All of Yedog has suffered in recent days. I ask for your understanding. Enough of this hypocrisy. We both know there's gossip going around about the Browntail witch. I never took it seriously. I couldn't care less what you did. As long as you did it for Yedog and Yedogandr. But now? When did Yedogandr teach you to stab your allies in the back, Rakdos? Watch your words, Arktos. Do not disrespect Yedogandr, even if you intend to insult and provoke me. Stop dodging the question and answer. Was Clan Browntail involved in the attack on me and Enya? You're wasting your time. I already told you multiple times. I know nothing about it. I express my sympathies. If that's your final answer, then don't accuse me of going too far. Talking about stabbing people in the back? Okay, but like this time it was his back. What do you mean? Don't think I'm out of Pelaroches just because you took Gulu out of action. Before I went out, I told my men when to show. Clan Browntail's estates will be thoroughly searched. I don't want to go this far, but I'm afraid Sirius and her children have to bear with me a little longer. You dare? You made me do this, Rakdos. The door of the drawing room flies open without warning. Arktos draws a sword immediately. The sharped-out Browntail guards raise their weapons too, standing in front of Rakdos. I take it you've already discussed the incidents that occurred today. I came for the same reason, and I've reached certain conclusions. Please, stand down. I don't think Rakdos is exactly to blame. Once again, I think that Victoria is trying to do a coup and get, like, all the clans under him, or under her. Ryan, welcome in! Yeah, they're generally thinking, okay, I won't say everyone is trying to do what they think is right, because the Duke is trying to do what's profitable, from what I can see. And, like, maybe, like, I'm jumping to conclusions. But I'll be honest, I don't trust Victoria. Oh, no, not all of Victoria is after Yedog. No. I don't think Vina, for example, is after Yedog. But we are aware of the entire political issues and internal conflict that's going on in Victoria. And how much of them don't care as long as they can profit. Yeah. It's an entire issue of difference of opinion on how to do a complicated situation. So I don't blame them. Look, man, we've seen what the Brits done. We know what they can do. Seeing that Arctis has sheathed his sword, Ratchatos raises a hand, and her guards hesitate back. Good timing, Enciotis. With the leaders of Clan Pillar Roach and Silverash both present, we demand a thorough audit of Clan Browntail's documents and cooperation from Browntail in the investigation. Anything important? Where do I start, man? Enya is on a pilgrimage in winter. Multiple Silverashes and Pillar Roach have been attempted to be. There's been attempted murders on them. There's been a catastrophe in Yedog for the first time in 1,000 years. Aren't the Silverash have familiar connections with Victoria? They're cousins or something? I mean, I believe so, if I remember correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. His sister's on shrooms? Why do you say his sister's on shrooms? Yes, cute huntress with the cute pet. I'm sorry, I forgot that one. Sorry, Arctos. I did not mean to assent to the demand. What? Why would Ratchatos want to get rid of us? Assassinating the heads of the other two clans at this moment would only cause even more chaos. To be fair, a lot of them are related. Because I think it's supposed to go back to the entire situation of, like, a lot of, like, Europe is related. Look, man, you can't just say all felines are related. Next, you're going to tell me that they all look the same, man. You can't do that. Assassinating the heads of the other two clans at the moment would only cause even more chaos. Clan Pillar Roach has the most warriors, while Clan Silverash runs Carlin trade. Ratchatos could not hope to keep the situation under control if you and I both died in an accident. Meanwhile, retribution would be swift and harsh. Am I right? Ratchatos avoids Encio's gaze and nods lightly. That doesn't explain why Clan Browntail wasn't attacked. Maybe a coincidence, maybe bad timing. Maybe the attackers had something planned for Browntails too, and we just don't know about it. Oh, it's so over. You won't convince me with the talk of coincidence, Enciotis. Who would have done such a thing if not Ratchatos? This is not a question we can solve in a short time. Don't forget that there are plenty of people looking to take advantage of the chaos and take a piece of Yedog for themselves. The assassination coincided with the arrival of Victorian aid. The mastermind wants to keep us from working together. The Victorians did this? I knew it! I knew it! They're a potential suspect, as is any foreign politician who attempts to intervene at this juncture. To be fair, the only reason why I don't think it's Colombia is because, like, the researchers aren't involved. But I, too, would have even been like, okay, like, Victoria's here, Colombia's here. Probably them. Let's be honest. It's probably them. Therefore, I would like to maintain the status quo of our previous meeting. I will continue handling all external affairs, including those involving Victoria. Strat, you cannot. You cannot protect her. Come on, man. Wolf, welcome in. You cannot protect her. We know what it is. She is a glowy. You cannot forget that. She is a Columbia glowy. She's driving you in by knowing your taste. Do you know how fair in the game with Gyaru is? You're projecting! You're going for the glowy! It's a psyop! You're getting psyoped! You can't do it, man. You can't do it! I'll discover the truth for Clan Pelaroche, for the peace of the clans, and for Enya. Okay. He shouldn't, though. He shouldn't there, man. That's a glowy! I'll trust you one last time. Don't you dare look smug, Ratatos. You got lucky today. You can thank Insidia isn't serious. If it turns out you're behind this after all, you'll get what's coming to you. The sturdy Ursus slams the table, then turns and leaves. Thank you for calming down that maniac down, Insiotis. But I'm exhausted. I'm sure you understand how tiring it is to deal with the baseless accusations. If you suspect me and want to question me, there's no need for that. Trust between the three clans has never been more important than now. I have other urgent matters to attend to. I'll take my leave. Pardon me for not seeing you out. It's so pretty, man. That's still one of my favorite backgrounds. Nancy wasn't hurt. You can rest easy. That was the one they were after. Obviously, the accident was very likely staged. They targeted your car without knowing who was inside. Something's not right. It's too forward. It's as though these people behind this want to make a point and have no qualms about deploying extreme measures. Look, man. She's not Degen Breaker. You can't do this. Leave her alone. Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay. Because I do know that they don't want Vina on the throne. And those handlebars. Alright, we're moving on. We're moving on. They're trying to sow chaos and suspicious. The act itself is more important than the result. And that's why Vina needs to be on the throne. There's a reason why she's like Saber-esque. Vina doesn't want it, and for that reason she needs to be on it, but none of the nobles want Vina there either. And anybody who's near her doesn't want her there either for her own freedom. They all have different reasons. There's another possibility. Perhaps it's not me, Enya, or Arctos whom they're after. There will be trouble on the mountains. It's Enya they're after. If anything happens to Saintons at this point, it will serve to affirm all the conspiracy theories and drag Yerag into further quagmire. I wouldn't... well... some, yes. I wouldn't say plenty. Yeah, fluffy goat ears. I want to protect Enya, Dagonbreaker. Enya said a long time ago. I can't promise anything. You need to prepare for the worst. I believe in Enya. You believe? And you will not provide any basis for the belief to reassure me? Like you usually do? Correct. I believe. Okay, here's the thing. Do we risk it? And risk my voice going out? Or do we say, wait, we should risk it? Yeah, it was a short, but we're gonna risk it. We're gonna go for it. She's so beautiful. Yes, yes, yes! Let's risk it! Let's risk it! Let's risk it! We're going all in! All in! Come on, man. I don't want to, like, end it before 2 hours. This event is a month long? I said that and immediately started coughing. Yeah, I got time. No, I started coughing. I probably shouldn't, as much as I want to. Read? Read? I had tea, but it's like almost out. But the price, I know. I do have tomorrow off, so like, and let me lower the game volume for a second because like the background music's really loud. I have tomorrow off, but at the same time, like last time I pushed myself too much, I remember how it went, so we won't risk it this time as much as I want to. What is that? Let me Google that really quick. I've never heard of it. Yeah, safer than sorry is much better. Ooh. I will look into it to make sure that none of the ingredients would affect my medication, because unfortunately I have to do that with like everything. But I'll look into it. Dude, I make future sin worry about enough consequences, if I'm gonna be honest. My voice should not be one of them. But yeah, I'll look into it. I'll see what it'll do for like that. I do know there were some things that like some VTubers were doing. I don't even know what I saw it a long time ago. But they were taking some things for their throat before streams. And I need to look into that. Yeah, last time we pushed ourselves too far and then I ended up without medication for a month, so maybe we don't do that again. Oh, is that what it is? Is that the voice actor thing? Soothsayer, hi! Yeah, I'll be honest, I like being healthy too. Yeah, I'll absolutely check the ingredients and like make sure there's no issue or anything like that. Because if that's the case, like I am surviving with honey and tea. But I'll definitely check it out because like that's not bad to know. There was something that I was gonna show someone. I don't remember what it was. Honey and tea is delicious, don't get me wrong. I love it and I'm still gonna do it. But it is bad when, like, 2 hours later, I'm out of tea. And then I have nothing. Or, like, right now that the ants are starting to attack because spring is in full swing. Hey! I got so many Joannas. I think I had a total of 30. Oh, herbal medicine is great. I haven't seen much about her kit. I got her. And then that's it. Where is she? That's it. She's just been here. I'm a balance. So, and I'll talk about this really quickly before ending. For me, I think both are important. I don't think one is necessarily worse than the other. It's finding what works for you. That little guy, he's so cute. I think I might have to level her up. But I don't think one's worse than the other. I do think for either or, you need to like weigh the benefits and all the cons and all of that. And I will say certain things are kind of ridiculous. Because there's some things that, like, on both sides, that's like, you just don't need that. Yeah, he's just there. He's just vibing. She's not infected, is she? She is infected. Oh, no. You're not, right? There's no way you are. Yeah, okay, you're not infected. I'm like trying to see who currently there is. Just confirmed infected. Also, I finally got both of those. Who? I mean, a lot of them are infected. A lot of them are infected without it. Okay. Oh, you got sister? Nathan. I have not gotten her. Oh, she's beautiful, by the way. I am 12 rolls out. That's basically the free rolls, so I'm just waiting for the free rolls. I am 12 rolls out. This himbo will have a full pot. We'll have a full pot. He does not leave me alone. How can I get the girly pop music? This is... What is it? Yeah, this is the old Dream one. I don't know when it came out. I know I got it from the store, but I don't know if it costs like what. Was it a pack? Asteen is the welfare. Yeah, oh my bad. Yes. Oh, it was limited? Imagine not having her. You know what, Punchy? I'm gonna get her. Imagine not having Wizadell. That was the 18 OP per purchase. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Dolly theme comes with the music. And not only that, it changes during the day and night, which I appreciate. I really love that. The fact that, like, during the daytime, it's the day version, and, like, the entire theme is a little bit different. I really like it. I mean... She's up right now. She's up right now. Come on. Bro, Strat, her entire trust takes up like 90% of the area. Let's be honest, man. It has gone like well with a lot of the skins though. I had for a while, Surtur's, where is it? I'll put it again. Where's Surty? Did I miss her? She's usually up top. Here she is. You can like place her perfectly on the water and it matches and everything. But it like looks better on the phone. It just blends in and I love it so much. Look, the sister's there too. Maybe you'll get her? Which sister? Oh, that's what you mean. Don't worry, that's what I mean. I'm gonna spark her. The first time seeing this feature? Really? You can just get her right now by whipping out your credit. To be fair, if I really wanted to, I could get her right now. But like... I'm not gonna put any money. I don't want to use these and I'm not gonna put any money. I'm trying to think who... Would she look good? She just looks good, period. I think any of the summer ones would look good in here. My daydream, it's no fair. Would you look good in there? Sorry, I didn't mean for you guys to be here. Nah, I don't think she fits as well. But she just looks cool. That's okay. We'll still have her here. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Strat. My tip that works 90% of the time, where is it? Is pull like the top one here and pull the bottom one there. And I usually always get like decent ones. To be fair, most of them have tails, Nathan. 200, 200, 300? Brother. Oh, man. That hurts. Hearing that hurts. Your highest has been 400? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't be upset that I got 500. I was like, that's pretty low. Maybe I should not be angry at that. There is 200. And I was like, damn, I got 500 today, and like the other one was 300. That's unlucky. You definitely should not be. Usually, okay, maybe I'm a bit spoiled. I'm gonna admit something to you guys. So last time this came around, last time we had this style of event, I think 75% of them were 800. That's where all my luck went. They were like all around 800, and I was like, damn, I'm on a streak. I said that out loud, and now it's gonna be 200 for the rest of the time. I'm never gonna get that look again. So that's why what? But yeah, that hurts. Hearing 200, 200, 300. That's stinky. I'm sorry that happened to you. Nathan, what it is, it's the rolling currency. So for one, it costs 600 of the currency. So there's an entire event where you get free currency right now because this is like a big event and there's like limited time operators. And basically anywhere between 200 to 800 daily you get. But it's random. It's a gacha system. Strat is getting the lowest possible you can get over and over again, basically. Or near it. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's the currency. So it's been very rough for Strat. But it's okay, because I'm gonna spark her. I'll get her, and then, like, I don't have to worry about it. To be fair, I'm not even gonna have to worry about it anymore, because I no longer have to put any money. Which means I can save. I can start saving. I already have 800. I have at least one roll for the next one already. And we need to save. I need to get Wang. I need to get Wang. But that's okay. Okay, I am gonna end it here. I can feel my throat starting to hurt, and, like, I'm just yapping. I'm not even doing the story anymore. We will not be back tomorrow. We will be back on Friday. I will rest tomorrow. Tomorrow's Stabber Day. So we'll do that. And yeah, we'll probably be on this event for like 2 weeks. Don't worry. I haven't done the new one. But I have been doing the minigame. It's been very nice. I actually really enjoy it. If you guys haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's, like, really fun. Oh, Sindog's fine. Sindog is just a menace to society and a terrorist among men. She is okay. And thank you. That's very kind, Strat. Okay, I am going to finish. My throat's, like, starting to give out. I am glad I didn't start another one. As always, don't forget to work out. Have a good sleep. Have a great morning. Welcome in, Cole. I'm sorry we're ending it. I will go ahead and see you guys on Friday. And with that, I say goodnight. Bye-bye, everyone. And absolutely, I will. Good night. Bye.